What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Dual Mod Survival. I'm here with B,
Hello.
and we're on episode 85. Last episode, we were working more on Witchery, and we plan to continue that today. So, we actually set up this cool thing here with the kettle. Like I said, B wanted to move it. So, we have a lever where you can turn on and off the fire. So, we have an igniter down there. I want to quickly just show you guys how it works. So, igniter is pretty much another rack with TNT on, or another rack that you can turn the fire on and off it on the top. So it's just redstone signal, and you just turn on and fire on. So it's pretty straightforward, and it just looks really cool. Yeah. So that's that. The distillery I had to move. Oh, I moved it over here, and then it's still out of range, so I moved it back over here. We're gonna automate that, and the oven that we improved last episode. We're gonna automate both those today, and also do the automation for Spanish moss. So we're gonna get all that done, hopefully, like now. So yeah, I should have made some interfaces. I guess they got used. I need two interfaces. Should just take a second. And good. Okay, so we got everything we need now. So let's just do this. So if I say, well, actually, I don't do the interface last. So I want to import and export stuff, right? So I want to keep this guy supplied with what, the clay jars? Yeah, clay jars, bro. Yeah, just clay jars. That's all I want to keep this guy supplied with at all times. So if hopefully I can throw an import there and it'll work just fine. Right? You're not going to import that. Not going to import that or that. You're not going to import anything because you're not connected now that I think about it. Alright, so you're not going to import that? No? Alright, good. Alright, so that works. And then I want to export to the back that. Alright, that should keep that stocked. It needs to craft some. Right, there we go. So that's going. And then we should just have to do the interface on top. And point him down. So that should pretty much handle it. Now all we really have to do is set up patterns here, which is not particularly difficult, especially for the distillery. So let's see. So drop of luck, I know we're going to want a lot of. Refined evil, so here's one that we're going to want. So what do we get out of this? See if this is the only way to get refined evil. What about wreak misfortune? No. Okay, so we don't care about that. Odor of purity? No, we don't care about that. Okay, so we don't have diamond vapor though. Diamond vapor, okay. So it's going to say oil vitriol and diamond yields 2 diamond vapor. Okay. Oil of vitriol plus a diamond yields diamond vapor, which we don't have any yet. So we'll say those two. Toss that guy in. Still can't shift click. There we go. Alright, so that should get going. Meanwhile, saplings. I did set up all the barrels, by the way, which is cool. So I do want to get some of these saplings here. We need hawthorn and a birch. So those are the main ones as far as witch's oven is concerned. So it's mostly going to be the same over here. So we want to import on the bottom. Fix this dirt real fast. So we want to import on the bottom. then export on the back. And we will say that and that. So that should keep it stocked with both those, which is perfect. And import, why are you not importing? Oops. Should be importing. This glove is too fast, man. For some reason it does not want to import. I mean, it's definitely connected. It's always active. Let's see if I melt down another. No? Huh. It's interesting. I'm really not sure why it doesn't want to import. Just got rid of my sapling. Let's try something else here. We're going to get an item duct and a servo. See if for some reason it's just AE doesn't want to work. Grab a chest. Just to check, obviously. Place that down, and we're going to servo this guy. Tell him to ignore. Still not working. I guess my only thought is maybe it just can't be from the bottom.
Oh my, New Venice has been overrun.
Yeah, I can see them on the map.
There's so many.
Okay, so let's try and swap these around. Let's see if that works there. Okay, that works. And then can we import on the back? Hey, that looked like it worked. But now will it import that slot? No, okay. Alright, for some reason it's just a little bit weird. I mean, it works. Alrighty. So I can place another cable there, and then I put my interface on top. Tell it to go down. That's good. Looks good. Just clear up my inventory a little bit here. Okay. So now we can say, so we need to figure out what all these make. So birch makes hint of rebirth. So what I'm gonna do, oh actually I need to finish this guy first. So we'll say this right here makes 2 odor or diamond vapor encode. Now I throw that in, so that should be good. Totally good to go there. And then what we're gonna do is, since it's not 100% chance, we're just gonna say like 3 of them should equal 1 code. So then that should work. So I'm going to do this for all of them real fast. So that takes care of birch and hint. So then spruce is breath. Spread these out a little bit. You are exhale. You are wreak of misfortune, which you don't have any of yet. Or we already used them all. So just toss a couple in there, get them rolling. Okay, then alder makes odor of purity. And rowan, I believe, is whiff of magic. Yep. Whiff of magic. No wreak of misfortune. Is that right? Yeah. Are we just not getting any? Odor of purity? What? Odor of purity? Something's wrong here. Yeah, the hawthorn saplings are actually giving odor of purity. So does that mean that the alder saplings actually give reek? The reeks of misfortune? Of course I don't get any. It does, okay, so that's good to know. NEI is not correct there. There we go, reek of misfortune. And I can put those guys away. So then it's just going to be 1, 2, 3. Goes that. 2, 3. Goes that. 1, 2, 3. Equals the reek, not the odor. Hawthorn, and then spruce. Did I do this one right? Yeah. Nice. Okay, so that should take care of all of those. And I believe that fully automates the switches up, and there's nothing else we really need to do. I mean, there's foul fume, which we might need. Yeah. Suppose we should do it. Foul fume you can get by oakwood. Yeah, oakwood. To make a foul fume, which I don't have. Also makes coal, which is interesting. And I can throw some of this stuff away now. I don't need all this in my inventory. There, I saw we got one. Nice. Alright, so I would say just 3 oak wood. It was a foul fume. Alright, so that takes care of everything that I think we need for the witch's oven. So that's good. And now, pretty much as we need stuff for the distillery, we can just add them. It's not too difficult. It's 2 inputs to get pretty much the main component that you want. It's like the refined evil is one of them for sure. Like, even if you just look through them, like the main thing you get from here is probably the oil of vitriol. You could do the same recipe for gypsum as well, if you really need it. And like refined evil's the main thing here, or diamond vapor. It's a good way to get glowstone. The ender dew if you need it, and the demonic blood. Yeah, there's not too many distillery recipes, so it's not particularly difficult to do what you need to do here. This is the one that really matters, the diamond vapor and a gas tier to get a refined evil. So actually diamond vapor plus a gas tier. I think we can craft these, right? Yeah. Nice. So we're going to say that and that will equal the refined evil ones. Done. So we'll let that go. I'm going to set up, or get to work setting up on the Spanish moss farm now. Just because Spanish moss we're going to need quite a bit of because it's used for poppets, and remember poppets is pretty much the main reason we're doing what we're doing right now. Let's clear this out. So I think I'm just going to do it right here, because why not? So let's do 3 Autonomous activators, like so. Then we're going to do 3 sets of oak leaves. And then each of these guys shall be inputting on the bottom. And what I want to do is get some cobblestone. And we're going to fill each of these guys up after I set them to first only. So first slot only. First slot only, the first this time. Then we fill those up, and what we're going to do is we're going to run some AE cable here. We actually want 3 precision exports. Begin. We'll get those, and I want to connect that up somewhere here. Nice. Nice and easy. So one more. There we go. So always want to move items and craft shears. So remember, you can only harvest this stuff with shears. So I want to make sure each of these guys has shears in them at all times. And if I fill up the slots, that means it should only ever be in the first slot. So I should be able to just fill that in now. So now they should all have shears, and you want to left click with these guys. Left click. So now that takes care of pretty much all of it. We need to place some Spanish moss here, so when it grows, it'll grow in front of it. And then that should just pop it off, and then we're going to want to collect it. So in order to do that, I'm going to do a vacuum hopper to catch them, and then export them straight to the top where there will be an ender chest that will put them straight into the system. So that's pretty good. That's not a bad little setup right there. I think it's actually not too bad. Not too bad. It'll definitely take care of what we need to do. I just need to make not 100% sure, but I'm guessing it will grow there. I don't see why it wouldn't grow down from where it's at. I mean, I would like to see it though. So we got five in there now, so we'll see if that increases. If not, I might have to reconsider the way I'm doing it, but I don't see why it wouldn't work. So we're gonna let that run, and yeah, I'm gonna look into see what else we need to do. I think I know the next step. I want to make sure, and we'll come back, and I think we should be ready to do it. And we'll see, and we'll check in on to see if that automation is working, and also I might do a little bit more of the distillery recipes, like saying that this here equals a valve fume. Yeah. So I'm gonna code that, throw it in, and we'll be back here in just a little bit. Alright, so we're back, and it turns out, I don't know what's going on here. I tweaked this build a few times, and I just can't get it to actually grow, and I don't know why. I'm not sure what the actual conditions are for this stuff to grow. I mean, it just grew to the side right now, but, I mean, I don't know. I've been water canning, using the sigil, doing everything here, and it's just not working. So, I don't know. I'm gonna keep playing with it, but it is time to wrap up this episode, unfortunately. But I did make a few more patterns here, which I'm gonna put certain spots. So I believe they're all mostly just crafting, and it revolves around the poppets. So remember, we looked at poppets. They require the Spanish moss, so I really need the that farm to work. And bone needle, pretty easy to make. And then the death protection poppet, the one we want, just requires the diamond vapor, which we know, and drop a luck, with which we can figure out because we know refined evil. We know water bottles, Mutanus extremis, it's just Mutanus and Netherwort, so not too bad at all. So we're actually pretty good, so we should be able to request that to be auto-crafted, which is awesome. But we're going to have to do that next episode because, like I said, it is time to wrap up. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'm just going to quickly throw these patterns all in here. And yeah, so that's going to do it for now, guys. Thank you guys for watching. And when we come back, we're going to probably play with those poppets, hopefully have the Spanish moss farm working. But anyways, until then, we will see you guys next time. See you.
See ya.